What's up everyone? We are here at Global Time Attack The Ridge in Shelton, Washington. Super cool track, one that I've wanted to drive for years since I saw the first videos of it and when they opened it. I have a few friends that live out here in the Pacific Northwest, so they would send me videos and I was quite jealous at how cool this track is. It's so different from what we're used to in LA. Like you can see, there's green basically everywhere. Massive elevation change throughout the entire track, and overall just a really cool experience. So we got lucky. It was supposed to rain all weekend and it looks as though it's kind of clearing up. We haven't had rain yet. We might get some in a little bit. Those clouds over there are looking a little ominous, but luckily I think my first session is going to be dry, so I can at least learn the track in the dry. And then if it rains, I might go out and I might park the car, or I might just go out and do some recon laps. But this thing essentially has trouble getting traction in the dry, so it could be counterproductive to go out there just in case we don't want to damage the car, go off, damage the splitter. So we'll kind of see, play it by ear. But yeah, it's so cool to have Global Time Attack out here. I'm excited. We go hot in about 20 minutes for my session, and things are looking really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and suit up, warm up the car, and then get out there. So we're all done with the first two sessions of the day. The first session, it started to rain like on the first hot lap. It wasn't that wet, so I was able to get at least like one or two kind of like recon flyer laps in. Went out and did a 153, I believe it was. And then it started to rain, so I stayed out there, just like basically putted around on track, just trying to learn the line and see where the blind crests go and try to position myself right. Session 2, went out and we got super lucky. It was perfectly dry and the entire session, and I ran a 148.5, which is the lead of street class, which is awesome. I think like the second fastest time on the A052 of all the cars on the A052s, including limited. So we're gonna try to go a little bit faster. It's raining right now, as you can maybe see. But hopefully it clears up towards the end of the day. I don't know if I'm gonna go out. If it's wet, I might take it easy and just try to keep the car in one piece. So it's 3:30 here. We didn't drive the third session because it was pouring rain. Decided to take it easy. Fortunately, it looks as though there is some clear skies there, so we're gonna try to drive. The SCCA guys have some pretty cool stuff that's different, like this right here. Yeah, not the typical thing you see on a time attack grade, but super cool. Since we're running it with SCCA, they have a couple of sessions, and then GTA has 3 sessions. But yeah, so since it's raining and we're not really gonna drive, we're gonna take this opportunity to kind of walk through the pits and check out some cars. This is a Washington car here, E46 M3, super nice guy.
It's like a little like something from the inside.
Ooh, these are cool seats. Can I look at your seats?
What's that?
Do you mind if I take
Yeah,
that?
go for it.
I love the seats.
Recaro Sportcar seats.
Yeah.
He just didn't have enough oil in it. No.
This is like the perfect like dual duty seat where like it has enough bolster to hold you in, and it also looks really nice and goes well with the car.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this car. This is like the perfect like dual duty.
Exactly.
Drive it on the weekend, and if you pull the arrow off, you can literally drive it to dinner. And
That's what I do. I pull the wing off.
Really?
I leave everything else and just drive it to work sometimes.
That's so cool. I love it, and it's quick.
Yeah. Could use a little more power, but man, perfect for this.
Yeah, it really is. It's so cool. Like we didn't know what we were gonna see when we came out here, like what kind of cars were gonna be out here, and this is definitely one of our favorites. Like I have an E36 M3 sedan, and then the guy I came with, he has an E46 and an E90, and we're like, oh, we're big fans of the cars. And he just picked up actually a slick top silver E46 M3.
Oh, sweet.
So just like this
that's
one.
That's the real
Is that
CSL.
Oh, really? So
I
this
got
is
an
an actual CSL carbon roof.
Carbon roof.
See, this thing really is like the perfect kind of dual duty car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Power-wise, what does it make?
Right now it's tuned by Epic Motorsport.
Oh yeah, they did my M3 as well.
Yeah, 330 wheel.
Wow, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, CSL intake.
Can we look?
Yeah, you bet. You didn't want to take the NSX out?
Oh no.
In the rain?
My air filter's in a location where it's basically just gonna hydrolock the engine, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Dude, we were like Scott, the guy who I came out here towing with, and we were talking about this airbox earlier today. We're like, this is like the main reason to have an E46 M3. Like, it's just so cool.
I know, and I mean, they said the stock airbox. It's a...
Thank you.
No problem.
So I got like the worst brake tires. My wife sucks. So she's like, I text pictures of, oh, bad wheels on now.
All right, so we're here for day 2 of the Ridge here at Global Time Attack. Fortunately, it is way drier, and we've had a little bit of sunlight today, and it looks like it's going to be a much better set of conditions today than it was yesterday. Towards the end of the day, we didn't even run after lunchtime because there was basically 2 inches of water on the track, and it was very on and off. And then the rain would go away, and right as you thought the track was going to dry up, it would start showering again. So we weren't able to get any dry running in the afternoon yesterday, but that's okay. We're going to go out in about 45 minutes, get some laps in. Fortunately, Johnny fixed his car, Johnny Hernandez, in that very fast STI of his. He lost a coil pack in the first day. Yesterday morning in session 2, ran to Tacoma, bought one, and now he's good to go, so we're gonna have a fun battle there. And looking forward to seeing what happens with the rest of the day. This track's really awesome, so I'm excited to get back out there. So gonna suit up and get ready for our session. So we just finished session 1 of day 2, and it went really well. Finally starting to get used to the track. That was the first lap I did where I had some confidence in what I was doing and where I was going. Managed to knock out a 47.1, which is close to the goal. My goal was to be in the 46s this weekend. If I was able to do that, I would have been very happy. If I could knock out a 45, it'd be amazing. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I think a 46 is possible. So we're going to try again. I'm having a weird axle seal problem, so it's leaking a little bit of fluid. So I don't know how many more sessions I'm going to do. If I get that 46 next session, I might just call it. But overall, happy with how the car is performing. It's really hooking up. It's crazy. I'm hitting the straightaway at this track is so long that I'm maxing out 6th, which I think is like 150, 155. So cool to get to those speeds. The really cool track is you have everything, that high speed straight, these high speed decreasing radius corners, everything's blind, super cool. So excited, going to get the car ready, check the oil, fluids, all that fun stuff, and then get back out there for session 2, see if we can get into the 46s.
very popular.
Woo!
Streety Boys.
18 competitors. Wow. That's big for any of the competitions that we throw, to have 18 competitors in one class. So that's really good to see. 18th was Nathan Hansen. 17th, Jared Rourke. And then Cody Smith, Jun Chin Zhao, Trevor McDermott, Tak Han Chan, Cody Platt, Jason Schneider, Dustin Furseth, Mike Reed, Vincent Del Campo, who were the fastest front-wheel drive.
Crash keep it lit.
What's that? Where exactly you come from?
San Diego, California.
San Diego, so yeah, you're pretty far too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for making the trip.
Of course.
7th was Jared Floyd, then Jay Agut. 5th was Xing Wang and Jackie Ding.
Zing Wing.
4th, Xing Wang and Jackie Ding in a stock Supra 150.048. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a fucking super commercial.
No lie.
4th place. This is all, it gets pretty tight here. 4th place with a 149.224, just barely edging out Xing Wang and Jackie. Raymond Kwan, 4th place. Night Meet Racing, Honda S2000. Good job.
Nice. 2000 club.
You usually don't end the event. You always end the awards with the fastest time of the day or the weekend overall. It's usually someone in the unlimited class, not street. So again, 18 competitors, fastest group, fastest overall is in this class. So big ups to the street class. 3rd place, come on up with a 148.308. Zefeng Jing, BMW M3.
With the best racing suit of the event.
Here's a good example of how all the drivers should look right here. Do you have to be in this exact
I know.
suit, but a
They're racing joggers, okay?
Thank you.
I got my racing joggers on.
148.308 PM Racing BMW M4. 2nd place, 146.240 Johnny Hernandez.
Johnny!
All the way from Southern California as well. He's made a lot of our events. Koda, Circuit of the Americas. He's done Road Atlanta. I think he's going to do Road Atlanta again this year, I hope. So it's nice to have him come up and show him how the Southern California boys do it. Way to lay down a real fast time, Johnny. Johnny and Amir were going back and forth all weekend. Street class. And overall fastest time of the competition with a 144.134, Mr. Amir Bintatu.
Fucking lightning. Cook it. Cooking rainbows, homie.
I owe Amir a Meister watch. I'll have it in the mail, and all 3 of you, I'll get you your guys' awards.
That's right. Get it, girl.
Good job.
This poor guy's like,
Thank all of you guys so much. We appreciate it.
hell yeah.
I'd like to thank Time Attack right here, Christian and Joanna. They came all the way out from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I'd like to thank them. They'll be coming out with some short pieces on Instagram and whatnot, and then some longer form pieces in the coming weeks, so look out for it.
Oh, you did get that
Find them on
recorded?
Instagram. Time Attack. They're the best.
I love the battle we're having.
And yeah, Matthew Mueller has Instagram now, guys.
Yeah.
5'26".
Dude, Amir needs to bring in windshield wipers for his glasses.
We have beers right now. That was a big no-no. So really use a beer.
COVID-19.
Only champagne. Yeah, we got some Trulies for you. Thanks, guys. There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah. So we're all done for the weekend. It's been an awesome event. I can't complain about anything at all. It wasn't without troubles. We had a couple of pretty big fluid leaks. First, we were filling up the catch can. We changed the catch can to a 1-gallon water bottle so that way we wouldn't have to replace it or empty it after every session. And then we lost an axle seal, which is just pouring trans fluid. So fortunately, despite all of that, we managed to do a 44.1, which was good enough for first in street class, which was awesome. We had an awesome battle with Johnny Hernandez and his super fast STI. We were trading fast laps, and every session, like, I'd go out and I'd run a lap. They would put me in first, and he'd go out and he'd beat it, and then I'd go back and do the same thing. And we had this like great battle for like 3 sessions in a row. And I honestly, I don't know, I got a little lucky with the cars, what I'm gonna say, and I thought he had me when he did a 56, but I got a little lucky, ran a 54.1 in the last session, and had a great lap. I love this track. It's amazing. The Ridge Motorsport Park and all the people out here are phenomenal. All the local drivers here have been incredibly friendly and really welcoming, so that's been really cool. This car has taken a hell of a beating and has been great. I couldn't be happier with how the car performed. Naturally, Koyorad in there, our intake air temps and radiator temps were, coolant temps were super low. I did lose a couple of aerodynamic components, just jumping curbs and getting a little bit too aggressive, but we ended up with the fastest time of the event overall, and I did not expect that. I expected to come out and do, reasonably well. I knew I was going to have a big battle with Johnny, but it's awesome event. It's our first time competing in the NSX outside of the state, with California, and couldn't have had a better experience. But yeah, this place is amazing. You can kind of see all of the green and the trees, and it's an awesome place. So definitely coming back next year, and we're gonna try to make it to Road Atlanta in about 3 weeks. The car is not without fault, and I need to fix a few things, so get that dialed in and try to get to Road Atlanta. So all of the hard work and prep that went into it for this event, we're gonna do the same thing as soon as we get home. We're gonna leave tomorrow and drive straight back to LA and try again. So awesome event. I can't thank the Global Time Attack staff enough for making this happen. And again, I can't thank everyone here at the Ridge enough, all the locals and the course workers and everything. It's been a great event. So I'm gonna go back, work harder, make it a little faster.